My, the ship has sailed up and down, left and right. Touch my nose, and the witch lady made me out of cotton. The witch lady made me out of cotton. The witch lady turned me into cotton. The witch lady turned me into cotton. The witch lady made me into cotton. The witch lady made me into cotton. Okay, I know how this looks, but I come bearing gifts.
We come bearing... Well, I don't suppose there are any.
Any what? Gifts? Do you see any? No. But I do.
Let me guess. Right in front of you?
Is a collection of individuals who are assorted in multicolor eye candy humanization. Characterized. Appealing. You obviously stand for something. Because clearly you are standing here in front of me like you want something. Or something is wrong?
Adelan, if we could just have a moment. And yeah, if anything. The only reason why everything is alright is unless something is truly wrong.
Dilemma. Trepidation. How humans are attracted to flaws. Searching for errors. Malfunctions. Imperfections. At the center of serenity and its bliss, trust will always be an issue with peace.
And love will never conquer insecurities overall.
Depending on the conscious. What is being carried? What is the size? How much does it weigh? And most importantly, is it innocent? Or is it guilty?
I'm afraid a verdict hasn't been reached. Yet.
But there is one. Humans would be very anxious to find out. Is such a thing worth the hurry?
You're a warpine. Hybrid half Carythesis. Breed. Similar to Pathatus. How would you conduct yourself for such a condition, or should I say, perceive such an emotion?
I don't. It's all nothing but English.
Aha! See? Not original. Unoriginal Imperial. Unoriginal Imperial. Unoriginal Imperial. Unoriginal... Ready Bear, shut up!
But for myself, it's all hibernation. Premeditative.
Well, I guess you shouldn't have to. You Indicidia.
How very obvious.
You mean offensive.
I didn't know Indicidia or its representation was such a shame.
Didn't know you had a lot to be proud of.
I guess I don't. A race of warriors bent on domination. Two brothers who rule above all that impose sentient organic trafficking.
Slavery.
And the responsibility of casualties in the tens of millions. If not billions. I guess I don't have a representation to be proud of. Especially if it involves genocide.
Adelan, you are a very well-established figure within the Indicidia domain. I need you to point out several cargo operations ran by the YLIA.
If I may apologize, but I am not aware of the identities of either of you.
We are citizens in concern.
Taxpayers!
We have the right to know how our communities are being impacted, if our communities have the resources to accommodate the changes being made.
This is Indicidia, not a right of citizen informancy. Our rules do not apply to the rest of the public, nor do we comply with any public requests or demands.
But we have to comply with the rules of Indicidia.
Well, if you are members of the community, then you should know the track record. Not only are you out of bounds, but you are not authorized to receive any information on how we conduct business.
Even if it's illegitimate.
Our property is for us to use, at our discretion.
Unfortunately, that is a reckless stance. It's unconsequential.
It is not for us to consider any penalties, nor recommend any sense of inside accountability regarding any mistake we would potentially be responsible for.
You know that's bold, right?
And this is brave of the number of you.
Trying to inquire a cargo catalog is not a violation, though I'm not sure how you all regulate the systems.
We regulate them however we see fit.
You speak for Indicidia?
I am a member.
Fearless.
Why wouldn't I be? I have been entrusted with monitoring all the adjacent transactions within this domain.
So you know what is transpiring.
Of course. Like, why, for instance, there is an EN key that was spotted in one of the transports.
Shit.
I don't understand.
But I understand the profanity she just whispered.
I don't understand. Why? Both.
If it wasn't obvious, you know this world and its United Centrist theocratic regime is unaware of an EN key, which has autonomous pronunciations, is married to an heir of an empire, a throne who he will not claim. But those two were once a ka, in the worst way. It is one of the luxuries of being in Indicidia. We know things that are infinite.
Is this true? So you do know. What's on the request line?
I know the escapades you all have been involved in.
Be careful, Adelan. You are making a strong suggestion.
But not an accusation? Oh, why, I am surprised you are not denying such a claim.
Whatever logs or business you have going on, it has nothing to do with us.
But you all are involved with some of the most nefarious misadventures.
That shit ain't got nothing to do with us. We don't know anything about anybody in a crate.
So you don't know anyone by the name of Delphinius and Gingrido?
No.
I want you all to know that you all are playing a very dangerous game.
I don't see how. Do know you making us nervous right now, right?
You come into my sector, my quarters, that I was assigned to for the time being. You stand there with an advanced Tygon on your back, and you have the nerve to be nervous.
Well, at least you know that we are. And not just saying. We are concerned citizens of the community, Adelan. That's all. We don't know what's up. All we see are the rapid changes.
I speak a lot of languages, humans. You expect me to believe you are just members of the community with grave concern? Do you all even have a community? If you did, then you know that there are rules.
Sorry, our communities can't keep up.
On the planet of your predecessors, before its destruction, there was an age of the authoritarian superpower. Nations realizing their true power, true potential.
True potential? It was nations flexing their military might.
Flexing? It was all because of the west of the planet did everything to be the center of credibility, so what did they do? They build robots to replace the people of a generation that could not be competent to do what others could.
It was a propaganda war, Adelan. Artificial intelligence facilitated it. Developers intended peace. But instead they got instability.
The West couldn't accept its state, nor its fate. So as artificial intelligence advanced, it was able to factorize robots, drones, the West's final ultimatum to the world that dared knock it off of the top of the rankings. So the world and its superpowers prepared for war.
World War III.
The West couldn't stand the fact that its people were in no help to compete against the globe. So the whole US government sent in machines that could. They got desperate, and they were losing.
See, what you fail to understand is, I am a lot vital than you think. If you want to survive, then the smartest thing you don't want to do is lie to me. And the one mistake you don't want to make is to tell me your true intentions.
So how are we supposed to tell the difference?
That's up to you. But I can tell you for sure is that you are trapped in between. And if I find out what you are all lying about, then you don't want to know how it ends. And I actually know. Actually.
What are you talking about?
Well, there are those of us who've seen the end. And if Chronic was one of them, would you believe it?
Okay, I think you tripping right now.
I didn't say you had anything to do with him. I said his name, and his name means everything right now.
Sounds like intimidation. You sure a mercenary's name is something you want to use as a threat?
Are you sure you want to remain here? Because I wouldn't want to. While you still have time, I don't think you want to see what I am capable of.
Well, if you are correct about us, then you might have just signed your own death warrant.